each one of these takes so long. Do you remember at the beginning of the year I told you that I wouldn't accept your homework unless you showed your work? Mm-hmm. And occasionally there's exceptions to that rule, right? Like occasionally there's a problem that's so easy that you really can do it in your head. Not these, okay? Just in case anybody is convinced they can do this in their head, no, okay? Because here's what you would do. I realize that there are a few stubborn people. Raise your hand if you are very stubborn. A few stubborn people in this room who would be like, I bet I can do it in my head, right? And then you know what you would be doing? You'd have like a scrap piece of paper off to the side where you'd be like jotting down numbers and trying to like not forget things, which is showing your work. So why not just do it, okay? I had a kid once who was like, here's my answer, and like his homework was honestly like it was a substitution thing. And his homework was 5 problems, 5 answers, done. Nothing else. And I was like, where's your work? And then he pulls out this other sheet of paper that's just covered in his work. And I was like, why? Wouldn't you just show me that? And he's like, I don't know. Like, I don't want anybody to see my work. And I'm like, in math class? You don't want anybody to see your work in math class? How does that happen? Yep.
I hear a funny story just like that about my brother.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So, when he was a kid and my mom told him to vacuum, he would just run the vacuum over the carpet instead of plugging it in because it was too much work to plug in. The vacuum. So
Wow.
run it over so it had the marks on it.
Wow. And your mom never got suspicious with the fact that there was no noise from the vacuum?
I don't know. That's what I was like. I was like,
That's hilarious, though. Riley? Yeah. All right. So, here we go. 4x plus 2y equals -8. Y equals that jump. First step. Who wants to win a prize for this one? This is not worth a pen, but it is worth a prize. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anybody else? This is the last one we're doing. 2. Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna take the negative 2x minus 4 and you're gonna replace it with the y above.
Mm-hmm. All right, so 4x plus 2, parentheses, all that junk, negative 2x minus 4, parentheses, equals -8.
So you're gonna take the 2 and you're gonna times it by stuff inside the parentheses. You get negative 4x minus 8.
Sure, I'm gonna make it plus a -8 so it doesn't get confusing.
Oh, yeah. You can add the 4x and the negative 4.
Right? What's 4x minus 4x?
That's
That's nothing. So now we're at -8 equals -8. Oh no. This was planned this way. You didn't mess up.
infinite.
Yes. Why infinite solutions, ma'am?
Because it's the same number, so they're on the same line.
Oh, good job, Brielle. You get a prize and Sarah gets a prize. All right. So you see how we ended up with the variables canceled out completely? Yeah?
I'm just filling the x.
No. Because 0 times x is 0. Like, here's what I could write. Here, right? So 0x is the same thing as 0. I could also write, I've got 0 x's. You know what else I have? 0 y's. I've also got 0 z's. I've got 0 cats. You know, like there's lots of things I don't have any of, but I don't have to write them down. I totally have a cat named Sparkles, but not with me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so infinite solutions. So what Brielle just said is that the variables cancel out. You end up with a number equals a number, and they are the same number. And that means that it's infinite solutions. It means it's always going to work. Literally, if you plug a point in that's on that line, they are the same line, so they would work. What if, I'm not going to do an example of this, but what would it look like to have no solution? Who wants to win a prize for that? Who wants to win a prize for telling me what a no solution problem would end up looking like? You already won a prize, don't even dare. Do you want to raise your hand even though you can't because it hurts so much?
I don't know, they have like pink something on my shoulder last night, I drew all, but it's fine. No.
No? She's like, man, if my body doesn't want me to, then I won't. 1, 2, 3. Like, you're like, I want to raise my hand. Your body's like, no. Like, you're like, ah. Okay. It's fine, I don't want to participate in class, shoulder. 2.
Okay, so, wait, what?
So I asked it's infinite solutions if the variables cancel out and you get a number equals a number and they're the same number. What would it look like if there was no solution to the problem?
If the solution was the same solution.
You mean like this?
No, I mean like the solution up there, if they're the same.
So like -8 equals -8, for example?
No,
No.
like, because I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
If the thing up there, like right by the X.
Up these?
Yes,
If they were the same?
yeah.
If these were the same, it would be infinite solutions. Because they're the same line. Actually, if I solve for y right now, they'd end up being the exact same equation. All right, let's try again. 1, 2, 3. 2. No, Sarah, you just won. Stop trying to win twice. Well, you'll get it in a second. Calm down. All right, let's go 1, 2, 1.
It would be like 7 is equal to 10.
Right, so if the variables cancel out, and you end up with a number equals a number, and they are different numbers, then it's no solution. Okay.
Then Sarah and I go get our prizes.
Me too.
Can you what?
We don't get our prizes.
In a second, hold on. I'm just checking really quick what I want my assignment to be so that I can stop recording myself. It is going to be page 403. Numbers 1 through 15, odds. Okay.